on this sunny Sunday. You already know we right here at work, decided to hop on, chop it up with individuals, see what was going down in the town. The word in the curve, you heard me. It's a nice, warm day today, clear skies, so it's a beautiful day to be enjoying yourself. Just setting this up real quick. Now, on my other channel, I am finally gonna bring back the rap reactions, right? It had taken a hiatus for a minute because I was going through some back and forth with YouTube, right? I was getting hit with some copyright strikes, right? And I had to appeal them, and it's a whole mess of shit, right? Because YouTube sometimes, be bullshitting. Now, and then you have sometimes that the artists don't want you to react to their music, for whatever reasons, right? I was doing North and South, so Northerners, some Northerners, weren't too fond of that idea. So it's cool. I understand. I was just trying to be, helpful, but free promotion, but it is what it is. Something about it. What's cracking like my boy? You good, kana Simon, my boy? You already know. We shitting like a villain. How about yourself? I was just saying that on my other channel, I'm gonna bring back the rap reactions, right? Because people were wondering like, what was up, That's why Yeah, that's why I had taken a break from it because if you get a certain amount of like copyright strikes within a certain amount of time period, they could shut down your channel, right? Because they take it like you're not listening. So, but the thing is that when they do hit you with one, you can appeal it, right? Like you can state your case, like, well, look, for this and this, it's free use. You know what I mean? Because sometimes YouTube does make a mistake because it's all through like it's done through a software, right? So the software looks for certain things in YouTube. So it's done by machines, not by man. So sometimes they get it wrong, right? So when you appeal it, then you talk to an actual person. Well, you're contacting an actual person and letting them know what the problem is, right? And then fixing all that shit. So I'm telling you, it's a hassle. Right? Same when people report your channel. You know what I mean? You have to go through that whole entire process and shit like that. Sometimes people do it because they don't like you, but many reasons why they're done. People have thin skin, bro. They get butthurt, but then they want to be talking or reacting themselves to other people's shit without no problem. What's cracking like you, Mr. Pasta? What you getting yourself into? Ishi, la buena vida. Spencer, right? What's good, Shadow? What's cracking like in Derek? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Yeah, individual serio. I feel you. Do you like hawks? Yeah, hawks are cool. How's your day? Feed me, how about yours? Do you like Black Hawks? Oh, yeah. Wow. That's my favorite movie, Black Hawk Down. Nice jokes. We get it. Why don't you play online games? Because I fucking suck. Nah, it's because sometimes I do play like Call of Duty online, bro, and I fucking suck, bro. Like every time I fucking spawn, bro, these fools fucking like I die like that, bro. It's like, how the fuck do they know where I spawn? Motherfuckers be having aimbot and shit. I gotta get good, bro. I can't even beat my sons. My sons be cooking me, bro. I barely got like 14 kills. My sons are already like at 175 kills. I'm like, what the fuck? No lie. But obviously my sons play more than me, but feed the perico some vegetable. Oh shit, they eat veggies? That's crazy. I always thought that they just ate like fucking bird seeds and shit. Who's acted? Have you ever met a black sureño who acted AC? Well, I know black homies. I have black homies in my neighborhood. In my barrio, we have black homies. And I have met a lot of black homies from other neighborhoods. But yeah, we have blacks in my neighborhood. We have several blacks in my neighborhood. Like, Like probably like 5 or 6 homies that are black. Pro clubs aren't cheap no more. I bought some, sure. Uh, oh no, they were never cheap, bro. To me, that shit was always expensive. That's why I always went with the triple A shirts. You know, the ones that were 3 for 10. Yeah, that's we handled that. Hood Visual TV was good. Probably because trends, maybe. You know, once they're in demand, bro, you already know these companies, bro. They're like, you rank up the prices, trying to make some real cheddar. Hola, vato. What's cracking like Timmy? Have you ever met him? Acted black? Well, they don't all act like Chicano. You know what I mean? Some act like themselves, right? And yes, you know, most of the homies, only two of the homies act like raza, right? Because they grew up with us, right? Like more with us, right? Than these other homies we met through a little bit later, right? And they're just themselves, but you know what I mean? Like we don't tell people how they should behave, right? Or how they should carry themselves. You know, people carry themselves however they choose, right? Like however you are. People want to see the real you. They don't want because people are going to be able to see that you're trying too hard, right? And you're just not going to be able to gel with homies. You know what I mean? They're not going to accept you. You know, they don't want people. They don't want people pretending, pues. And most homies don't even talk or act like how the movies make it seem, like Miklo and Chewy and all of them. Nah, that shit's weird. You know, homies just act normal. Like even when the slangs used just normally, right? Like o serio, like shit like that. Not like on the serio vato. You know what I mean? Like no one talks like that, bro. I don't know where they fucking got that idea. You know? Like, oh, I was kicking back. Hey, you brought the cuete, yeah, Simon. But like that, just like normal talk. Not like, hey, homie, get the fool, hop on the raffle. Like, nobody doing that. Nobody does that, bro. You come talking like that, homies are gonna think that you're goofy, bro. They're gonna be like, what the heck, what's up with this fool right here? I don't know, bro. This fool's been watching too many movies. And you know, homies gonna press you. Oh, you should bring back the original formula in the rap game. Hey, DJ. And the AMC. Yeah, that's you know, that's the best combination. As a matter of fact, my favorite instrumentals, like whenever I'm like, you know, when my brother, you know, he's working on a beat or he's making a beat for me or something like that. I always tell him to go to the, you know, the old school East Coast boom bop type because that's my favorite kind of beat. You know, the East Coast boom bop, you know, beat, and if he's able to throw some scratches in there, you know, the you know, because I loved all that shit. That shit makes the beat hard. But I get it. Like, let's say you're driving down the boulevard or you're going clubbing, you know, that type of music is not something that you club to or you're partying to, right? That's more like if you're drinking or you're blazing it and you're just kicking back, you know, hearing music, right? It's just music to relax to. It's not music that, you know, to party to. So I understand that, you know, most people want to hear like party music, right? Um, but I'm just not too much of a fan of party music though, because there's really hardly any rap involved in that, right? Like yeah, you'll get like a verse in here, but it's mostly harmonizing, you know, little catchphrases here and there, you know, the same shit being repeated over and over. So it's not really like, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's just a bunch of you know, prop music. But it's the kind of shit that people like, right? What they could sing along to or, you know, rap to or whatever the fuck. You know, like Drake pretty much, you know. I'm currently busy thinking about beers. That's right, my boy. How many tacos do you eat on an average week? On an average week? Maybe like 8 tacos, maybe. You know? Like I don't just eat tacos just because I'm Mexican. Like we have fucking spaghetti and chicken Alfredo and fucking meatloaf and shit like that. We don't just eat frijoles every day, my boy. Widow chata. Now that I think about Rich Rabbit. Oh yeah, well he's not the only one. There's Rich Rabbit. There's Purple Demon, the guy from Barrio what's Barrio Grape Street. He's black, you know, and he raps, and he's just homie. Who else is there? There's another black, you know, southern homie from the Inland Empire. There's one in the San Fernando Valley, man. He's from Pacoima. What was his avato's name? And he's a rapper too. Fucking damn, bro. I forgot that fool's name. Shit. Slid my head, but yeah, he's a rapper from down there too. Now, I ate 7 tacos just now. Damn, said you my boy shit. Depends how hungry we is. Were you born when blood in, blood out came out? Simon Carnal. Bro, I'm already knocking on my 40s, my boy. Just that people think I'm younger for some strange reason. Like, bro, I got kids in college, my boy. I'm not even making that up. I'm being dead serious. What do you think? What do you think about Big Al wanting Miklo to program what that was and not the homie? That was fucking an idiot. Telling you, that movie had a lot of goofy shit going on, bro. Like when Miklo fell, bro, they're playing football with his fucking leg. Bro, that shit would have never happened, bro. Like the raza allowing that. Like, bro, that shit would have never happened, bro. Ever. Ever. I'm telling you, there's just a lot of goofy shit in that movie, period. That is just like, especially, that's one of the scenes that I was just like, like, there's no fucking way in hell, bro, that the homies would have just stood by. I'm telling you, brother, movies are just goofy. He's like, who the fuck did these people talk to? Or they just fucking winged it, probably. Les valió madre. Wow, extra. What do you think about? Oh no, do you put cilantro? Oh yeah, that's just Mando, my boy. Mando, gotta put cilantro and cebolla. You know what I mean? Some fucking rajas and some salsa, some aguacate a veces. Chingue su madre, pico de gallo. Cebollitas. Poquito de nopales. Ah, cabrón. Para que salgan bien perros. You don't seem like you don't seem like that. You don't seem like the active type. Actors have a type. If so, what did you think about Hollywood making movies? I mean, people are gonna do what they're gonna do, you know what I mean, and they could only go based off of what stereotypically is pushed, right? Propaganda, you know. That's why if you take a look at all the movies that they make and shit like that, if there ever is a Hispanic in the movie, the Hispanic is pretty much played almost the exact same way in every single movie, right? Because they use the stereotypical, you know, views and just slap it on there, you know, and they don't actually bother, you know, getting to know, you know, people and seeing for what it really is and not just what is said. You feel me? The same thing we can say about white folks, right? Like every time they throw them out there, they make them like, oh my God, you know, and over the top. When you actually meet white people, they're not really like that. But movies and shows make them to be out like that, right? Or how they paint blacks or how they paint Asians or, you know, natives, you know, but it's always, or even gays, you know, but it's always, you know, stereotyping it and just slapping it on there and making people believe that that's really how it is, you know, when it's not. But people believe it because, I mean, they're short-minded. So, where's your hair, bro? I don't like hair, my guy. We're one of those that don't like hair, so we take it off. Go back to construction. I don't work construction, but if I did, I wouldn't be ashamed of it. Like, why are you saying it like if it's a bad thing? A job's a job. Leave politics to us? Who's us? Bernie Sanders, is that you? Hello, I go live in 1 hour. Watch me and not these. He's going live in 1 hour. Go watch him. That's cool, my boy. They can go and watch you. I'm not tripping. You know, we don't fight over subscribers here. We let people do what they do. Más firme. Do you play? That's a 5th grade education and thinks he knows politics. Serio. Blah, was like straight fake movie. Facts. At least American Me was of real gangs. I mean, well, sort of, yeah, kind of. You know, like La Primera, you know, I don't know if that was their version of like Primera Flats, right? It's not really stated, right? So you can kind of like see like, well, I don't know, you know. But yeah, it went more based off of it referenced more real neighborhoods. Are you Latino? I'm Mexican. Like Hector from Fast and the Furious. Facts. That fool plays Hector in every movie, huh? What's the difference between a drug dealer and a prostitute? A drug dealer can't wash their. Sorry. can Hector question does for working? Serio. Well, you know, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. You know, whatever works for them. You know, I just said what I said in that video because I just think like it's a trip because you know you're making videos pointing out the lies that an individual tells about this life, but then you're doing a podcast with somebody who does the same thing. You know, I just find it like like hypocritical, place. The only reason why it's hypocritical, right? But like I said, that's what I find. You know, like not saying that people have to see it that way, right? But that's just the way that I, take it. You know, because like I said in that video, I was not trying to prove nothing. Like I was not trying to convince the audience. You know what I mean? If I was trying to convince the audience, I would have threw out evidence and shit like that, right? But it's like, nah, well, they want they could go to search it up themselves. Like I don't care if they believe me or not. You feel me? It's like I know what I'm saying is truthful, and if they choose to believe it, they choose to believe it. They don't, they don't. You know, at the end of the day, it's irrelevant to me. I'm not trying to convince people. Like I was just, speaking my thoughts, right? Like my opinions, pues, compared to like I'm trying to convince people. But it's not like nowadays. Like when you give your opinion, I guess people aren't able to separate like disagreeing, right? Like respectfully disagreeing and just having conversation, right? Like people always think that there's like some secret agenda or something. And maybe because a lot of people do have secret agendas, maybe that's why people see it that way. Have you ever had someone in your that wasn't with the business? Yeah. There's been several. Tattooed from head to toe, bro. It happens, bro. It's normal. Every neighborhood has them. Every neighborhood has their rats, their weenies, their lames, and every neighborhood has their killers, their downriders. But every neighborhood, if they exist in every neighborhood, bro. You know, Just like not all cops are going to be good cops. You're going to have some rotten, and that goes with any. Not all doctors are good doctors. Not all lawyers are good lawyers, right? You have pieces of shit that land, in every walk of life. That's just the way it is when you're dealing with a group of people. It's hard to flush everything out, right? So obviously you're gonna get some shit in there. I keep it real, brother. Would you ever move out of California? Nah, I wouldn't. It's like here. Did Haskell locals fall off? Nah, they're still around, my boy. Yeah, they're still active. As a matter of fact, when I was doing the series on their neighborhood, I had met up with some youngsters from that neighborhood, right? They were like 17, 16, 19, shit like that, right? And there was a few of them. There was like about 9 dudes right there. And they were all young, like I said, I'm telling you. And I met him because, I have a homie who's an older homie, right? Who's from Haskell, right? Yeah, he's the one that, introduced me. Because obviously the older homie, he still, chills, but he's a family man. He works and shit like that, right? So he's like, oh, here, you can talk to these individuals. They're gonna have, the more fresher information for you. And they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool people. I ain't gonna lie. Have you had someone who put in work but wasn't from the neighborhood? Like someone that came along with to bust the Hollis, whatever. Yeah, but it's not recommended, right? You know, because a lot of things could go wrong by doing that, right? Because when something like that happens, and like, let's say you guys get caught up, because this individual's not from the neighborhood, for you to expect him to hold up to following gang rules, he doesn't have to, and he's probably not gonna. That's probably why he didn't never join the gang, right? So he's probably gonna tell on you, bro. Most likely he's gonna tell on you, you know, because they're not out there in the field, performing, right? So you don't, even if they do go along with you, you don't know if they're really about this, right? Or just maybe was about this highly, or maybe just because he was drunk, right? But once he sobers up, he's gonna be like, fuck that. He's gonna spill the beans. This way's not good to do that. He's probably not gonna hold the same standards or have the same views as you, right? So he's gonna be like, nah, bro, I'm not down to go down like this. Like, that's the reason why I never joined. You know what I mean? And well, yeah, it's common sense, right? Like, oh yeah, that's probably true, right? We shouldn't have took you. That's what I always said. People can't even be butthurt that these fools tell on them, bro, because you should have not taken somebody that's not from your neighborhood, bro, to go bust a holly. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be mad at somebody, you gotta be mad at yourself for doing that, because that's a rookie move, bro. You never take somebody who's not from the neighborhood, bro, for this reason, right? So if you're gonna be mad at somebody, you gotta be mad at yourself. You're the one that put yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? Because these people are not gonna hold those morals, bro, that you do. They don't live like you. They don't have nothing to lose like you. These people actually have something. That's the reason why they're not gang members. They have something, to live for. Homies, we feel, well, like it's irrelevant to us, bro. It's the same shit, right? Because it's not like a homie feels like he has much. You know, family's not gonna give a fuck. No one's gonna give a fuck. So to them, it's like, yeah. Because people will be surprised, and I see it sometimes, right? Like there was this one that I seen on the news where it was he was homeless, right? But this person went into CVS, and I don't know, supposedly he was stealing from CVS, and the security guard shot him, and the guy was homeless, right? And he killed him, right? So then the family came out and was suing for wrongfully shooting him, for wrongful death, right? And it's like the family was crying and saying that how could they do this and take his life? But to me, it's like, Well, if you guys care so much, why was that fool homeless then? Where were you guys at then? Oh, but now that you see the opportunity to make some quick money, you're gonna come out of the woodworks and all of a sudden, be, sad for for him passing away. But why was he homeless then? Why were you guys there for him then? Like, now you guys want to care, bro? Get the fuck out of here. That's just a money grab scheme. You ain't fooling nobody. In families, there's some family that just is scandalous like that. See, the problem is that when people be like, how could individuals do this to their families, put them through this and that? But see, that's the thing. People think that everybody has the same relationship with their family like how they do. Like, just because they have a good relationship with their family, or their family is good people, or their parents are good people that are there. Not everybody has that blessing, bro. Not everybody's family is humble and, takes care and actually shows affection and has a good relation. Not everybody's family is the same, or relationship with their family is the same, bro. Maybe your parents were cool and, this and that, but not everybody has that luxury. You should be grateful. It must have been nice growing up like that. Care to switch lives? And then now walk in my shoes, and then, wonder, and then now tell me if you'll still think the same. Because so there's some family out there and some parents that are scandalous, bro. Scandalous. And yes, there's a lot of scandalous people, a lot of scandalous families out there. You want to know where the proof is? Just look at how many gang members and drug addicts there is. That's how you know how many families are fucked up out there. How many people are refusing to be parents. And rather just, put their own priorities ahead of their kids. Because that's the only reason why they go to the streets, bro. You know what I mean? So not everybody has that blessing. But people automatically just assume that, well, me and my family, we cool, man. So their family cares, bro. Like, how could they put their family through that? Like, you acting like if you know their parents, bro. Stop it. Ever held? Why? Whoopsie. Clicked on something. Why are black people so lazy and small? That is so racist, bro. And that's just dumb way of thinking. But I know you're trolling and you're doing it on purpose. If you could pick one, wings or ribs? I'd probably go with ribs. Los Angeles was turned into a huge skid row. Facts. Sí, pero ahí es bien que están los Democrats. Sometimes I feel like I was born and to the wrong family. Nah, but you know what though? You're not the only one that experiences that, bro. Like, there's a lot of people out there that are going through or that go through the same shit, bro. You know, it's just not like, it's not just isolated to you, right? I know growing up it feels that way, right? But you know, that's the reason why these individuals get together, and the reason why these gangs are formed to begin with, because they can relate to their struggles. They can relate to what they have going on. And the fact that they can relate to each other and understand each other because of that is what builds the bonds. You know, when people be like, why do these people listen? You know, you're only going to get life in prison or death. So why do these people still keep choosing to, you know, because they want to feel like they belong. They want to feel accepted. They want to feel like they're a family. Because at home, they don't have that. They don't feel that. For whatever reason, maybe the parents just always are working and neglecting the kid, or just treat the kid like shit, right? But for whatever reason, bro. And then when they're here, they actually feel happy, bro. They feel cool. They feel like now, you know? And that's the reason why they go and do all this reckless stuff. They don't want to lose the feeling of this, right? So they're willing to do all this other shit for the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Like how somebody would do it and defend their mother and father, right? Like when they have a good relationship, you wouldn't let someone talk bad about your mom or your dad, right? It'll get you mad. You'll defend the honor, right, of your last name. Same with these individuals. When you diss their neighborhoods, that they're really getting mad. They're not pretending to be mad or trying to act cool. they're legitimately getting mad if you insult their neighborhoods because that's how they view it. Like how, like how people put their love and their emotions into, their family. Since this person doesn't have where to put his emotions into, he puts it here, right? That's the reason why they do all this shit for this fucking piece of concrete, you know, because they feel like this is all they got, right? That's why, these individuals become from the streets. Because when you have a relationship and a bond, or you feel like your family actually cares about what you have going on, people don't turn to be gang members, bro. They don't do that. They wouldn't dishonor their family or hurt their family because they have a bond and a connection. They wouldn't put their parents like that through that. You know what I'm saying? Because people can't say, nah, it's not true. It's these bad areas or is these gang members the reason why these kids turn out to be gang members? If that was true, then all the kids that grow up in that area would become gang members, but they don't. Only some of them do. What did those families do that other family didn't do? What did they do different? Because they're going to the same school, growing up in the same area. They turned out to be gang members. These didn't. What are they doing different? They got to be doing something different. Yeah, being in their kids' lives, interacting with their kids, conversating, making them feel like they're actually loved. And like I said, I'm not saying that all parents do it intentionally. You know what I mean? Some could just always be at work, bro, and they just don't have time, to be spending time with their kid, right? And they're just like, their kid just feels like they have no connection with their parents, bro. And the kid, he's not old enough to think that it's because they're working. He's not able to see all of that. He's going to think that, especially, if they're working, multiple hours or 2 jobs, they're probably going to be short-tempered because they're tired, right? So they're probably not going to want to play or see what you want to show them. So this is going to come off like they don't care, bro. And these people at that age, especially through puberty, they're going to think that their parents just don't give a fuck, bro. Instead of seeing it like, nah, bro, they're working hard to put food on the table and clothes on your back. They're, like I said, they're not able to, cope, understand all of that, bro. That's the reason why they run off to the streets. By the time they realize what it really is, they already been through hell and back, bro. And then they want to start changing, but by then they already fucking caused all this damage and all this and that. You know what I mean? That's the reason why you see individuals start to change and become, less aggressive or less out there in their older years, bro, because they start realizing what it is. Some shit that you should realize when you're younger, but if your parents were there to guide you. Because when you're young, bro, kid's not going to be able to guide himself. Right? And no matter what advice anybody could give him out there, bro, if he's going home and he's still feeling all that, then all that advice you're giving him is flying out the window. He's going to think that you're full of shit. And that's why they still choose to go down that road. Because they really think that you fools don't understand this scenario. Right? And right here, these fools understand. Even though we know that that's not what it is. But like I said, in the moment, that's how they see it. Because that's what they're feeling. Because real emotions go into this life. It's not just pretend. Pretending to be gangster. Pretending to be down. It's no pretend, bro. That's the reality of things. But like I said, people want to judge, but they don't know, And like I said, I'm not saying it to justify these individuals' behaviors, but, as to maybe understand the mental of these individuals, because obviously what they're doing is wrong and you shouldn't do that and you should stay in school and, all that. But like I said, if the parents were to be parents, these kids wouldn't be in the streets, bro. And like I said, if the parent works multiple jobs and he just can't be there for his kid, he doesn't have to be. All he has to do really is when he's actually at home with the kid is, hey, how was your day? Oh, what are you doing? Oh, what game is that? Oh, let me see. Oh, that's pretty cool. But make sure that you're actually acting like you actually care about what he has going on. That you're making an effort to try to, even just 15 minutes before he goes to bed or when he wakes up. But, conversate instead of, they come home from work and they just straight to the bed or something. And it's like the kid comes in like, oh, what I did? Nah, we'll talk later. I'm tired right now. Go over there. I'm busy or whatever the fuck. Right. So then the kid's like, man, they never got time for me, man. Every time I come and tell them like, They're always like, fucking tired or busy or whatever. Like, whatever they have going on is always more important than what I gotta say or what I'm doing. So they just take it like, all right, they don't give a fuck. And they go find someone where they actually do give a fuck. That's why it's important being a parent. It's why it's important to communicate. It's just real shit, bro. It's not a fucking lie. Talking with your kid is the most important thing you can do. But I mean talking, not yelling, not smacking them around. Parenting them, bro, even when they make mistakes. Try to understand. Don't come, with your temper and, roaring. Make them understand, why, things are the way that they are. That way they feel like you're actually, trying to at least, help them or see what they're going on, compared to where you're just beating the living crap out of them. Because the only people you beat are people you don't like. These kids are old enough to realize that, bro. They see it on their movies and cartoons and all that. You only hit people you don't like. And if they're getting ass whoopings, bro, what do you expect them to believe? A part of them being neglected and shit like that. Right? What are they supposed to think? All right, ladies and gentlemen, manage is over. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we out.